Okay, so we're hanging tight a little bit for Demaligus, but I think what we're going to do, because it's unknown exactly when he's going to get home, and if he's listening, I do not want him racing, especially if he's got snow cooking up there. He doesn't need any of that. So I'm just going to, instead of giving our I won't read our intro till he's back, and then we'll switch back to the library crew. And farts, I just lost my train of thought. Goodbye. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to start off with Thaxl and Deena returning with this small caravan. It only takes about a day and a half, and you all got out of there, I think, fairly late that night. You camped for the night. Next day arrived, and for those, I guess to recap this part, Thaxl and Deena took the 10 people up to be sacrificed. Deena needed 10 sacrifices to the archdemon that she's serving, Cormanda. And actually, I forgot to tweet, didn't I? Oops. Here we go.
I like how I remembered to tweet.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so slow tonight. And did so, and she received a little extra power. Met the Pale Lady. Thaxl had a brief conversation with Deena after. Deena was discussing worshiping Cormanda, trying to persuade Thaxl to at least consider that option. To which I believe Thaxl said she'll take some time and consider it at least. Y'all got a good night's rest under this late spring, since we're almost in summer, so just 2 or 3 weeks until summertime in this world. And you're in a very equatorial location. So it's kind of toasty, kind of muggy, even at night. The morning comes around, you're able to heat up the rations that you have. Thaxl, I believe you can actually round up food, given your thing. So you go around and you get some local game and some berries and collect some water, and you're like, nah, we'll do this. Before taking the trek back. Eager to return to party and everything. You take a fast pace this next day. It's kind of a gross day. It's really hot. There's a lot of sweat and humidity. Of course, I imagine, cold-blooded, so you're just shifting your temperature to whatever it is. You're less affected. Then the guards. The guards are looking pretty beat and sweating bullets. Deena, of course, doesn't have an issue with heat. So you make camp the next night. Twilight hits. You get the camp set up before you lose all your light. You hunt some game, fire it up, and you're able to get another good night's rest. Nice half donut. Sorry. Let me make sure I gave you all a full night's rest too after the last time you did something. Okay. Next morning. Actually, let me just make a roll here before I get ahead of myself. Okay, I need a dice cam to show viewers after, because that's great. All right, hey Frank, yay! So actually, the evening before you set up camp for that night, you're riding through a relatively dense section of forest. That opens up at one point near one of the mountain ranges off to the east, to your left as you're riding back down the coast to Ikram. And well, that's not going to help you because it'll be further away. Make a perception check, Thaxl, if you would, and I'll do one for Deena. Perception check. Ooh.
26.
Nice, good, because Deena ended up with a 1. And she had a 2 minus 1. That's brutal. Okay. So she is kind of perseverating over the whole last day's events. You, on the other hand, are keeping very alert. You're in this home terrain. You're on point with everything. And you hear heavy wings in the distance. You look up. Nothing along the coastline. Nothing directly overhead, but as you look to the mountain range you're skirting, ducking just down to the clouds for a moment, the tips of two large wings. Scaly.
It's a dragon, isn't it? I go over to Deena and I just kind of nudge her and be like, hey, keep your eye up to the sky.
Oh, I will, darling. Yes. Is there something up there? Did you hear something?
Yeah, there was sound of wings. And I saw something tip below the clouds. It looked scaly. I don't know. But that's all I saw.
Maybe a friend.
I'm hoping it's one of your friends.
And you continue on, keeping a careful eye. Every 15 minutes or so, you hear woof, woof, sort of making a bit of a pattern, staying along the mountains, but seemingly keeping pace with all of you. Do you continue on? Or what is Randy?
I would like to continue on, but I'm gonna just keep my eye to the sky.
Let me see what Deena might think here. All right. Let me just also check one of her stats. That'll help me. Whenever you're ready, Fantasy Grounds. Hey, Randy, thanks for the host. All right, what does she have here? All right, okay. Okay, so you carry on at your speedy pace, returning back to. Deena says, perhaps we should ride through the forest. It'll slow us down, I know, but in case that's not a friend, we can be a little more stealthy.
All right, I agree. And well, let me just check and see how long that will last. Yeah, it lasts for an hour, so I cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check if you would. Randy!
Hi, I'm alive.
Nice.
33.
Oh my gosh.
I am stealthy as fuck.
Deena rolled. It's funny because she rolled a 2 on my die, and I'm like, oh no, wait, I need to do it in there, so it just adds her stuff. And she rolled a 3 plus 1, but still, 4 plus 10 is 14. I'm just gonna roll for the other peeps. Okay. All right. You're keeping eye through the holes in the canopy of the forest as you've all found a really rough-hewn path through the forest, just enough room for the cart. Every so often you got to slow down or stop to get it over some heavy roots in there. However, you're fortunate. After a good almost an hour of watching, eventually this dragon that you imagine is a dragon. Imagine dragons. Celeries. Ends up losing interest. It seems to return out towards the mountains, and you don't hear it any longer. You're able to make your way out of the forest as the forest ends later on that evening, set up your camp, get a good night's rest, and make it home by midday the next day. Okay. Goodbye, battle map. Yes, successfully. It was great you used the pass without a trace. Solid. All right, so now we can zoom back over to a little earlier in the week as we work with the crew in the library. I'm going to read a little recap here as soon as I fix these names. All right, that is...
It's okay, I'm just Thaxl now, it's fine.
Awesome.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Sweet, well,
Could you
you're
imagine,
Zel'Kaari.
Switching characters for a second? Oh my god.
No, I love Thaxl.
I was like, I don't know what I would do.
I did that in a campaign with 2 characters. They switched bodies for a day. They didn't appreciate it, but I thought it was amazing.
That would be so much. See, that would be funny though, because I would be playing Zel'Kaari in Thaxl's body or whoever. Like, that would be funny,
Right?
I would enjoy that. But yeah.
I think they had done that in one of the campaigns or one of the play channels we raided from Stormfall.
Oh,
This
Like
makes
a
my
really
heart
buff
race.
guy and like a.
Could you
There
imagine?
was like a wizard and this guy that was dressed in like a really muscly suit, and then I think the muscly guy was inside the frail wizard's body.
nice. All right, let's make sure this has the one we want. It does. Excellent. Failed again. Yes, Frank. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It would have been a sort of an interesting but difficult encounter. All right, back in the library, just after that same night that Thaxl and Deena left initially, we find ourselves at Rhea's compound, the Davenstar compound. Falcon sits in a leather high-backed chair, crisscross applesauce, with his wings neatly tucked in behind him. A vacant expression adorns his face as the circular ring of light in his new eyes slows ever so much, his body frozen still like a statue. Demaligus and Zel'Kaari grow concerned as they examine him. The moonlight, fighting against the soft yellow glow of the sconces hung high in the walls, stretches across the floor and coffee table that separates our comrades in the center of this reading room. Falcon snaps back to reality. As Demaligus turns to see Zel'Kaari's reaction, he sees a spirit with a mournful face peering down sadly at her. A tiefling with magenta skin, striking white hair, now disheveled and dirty, and deep violet eyes that convey such sadness. Let us now settle into the comfortable library and join our fellow villains. Woot! Take it away.
So Zel'Kaari's just going to be like looking at Falcon and be like, "You good there? You had a little moment."
I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm still a little bit like
loopy.
It's in zany mode.
She is going to very slowly, like, not necessarily touch, but kind of like move his head to like follow her hand with his eyes to see like if he's like not coherent, but like if he's like will follow her gaze, kind of. Just see what she's doing, like, you know what I mean?
I'll be like, what are you doing?
Try to see if you're coherent or if you've lost your damn mind.
Probably lost that a while ago.
I mean, so have I, darling, but still.
Oh, is there anything in the room that's not super expensive?
That's an interesting question given the compound. I mean, everything is fairly expensive, but there's like a lamp table in between a couple of the chairs.
like something that would be like, I don't know, some sort of writing utensil that wouldn't be super expensive or something like that.
There's like
Something
a letter
between
opener.
1 and 5 pounds.
There's a letter opener on one of the desks off to the side.
Okay.
Silver.
I just want to cast catapult on the letter opener at the wall.
Ah, okay, nice. You take a glance at it and utter this spell just comes naturally out of your mouth. Demalagus, you hear him chanting a spell. And then this letter opener goes across the room in between all of you and sticks itself in the wall across the way.
Yeah, I actually need to roll damage on that letter opener.
Also, Valken, the pain is gone. Entirely and completely. All the pain you were feeling, gone. Since this vision.
That's... I think I only... You know,
It's up to you if you want to roll it anyway. It's going to just stick in the wall.
Yeah, I'll just have it stick in the wall.
Perfect.
Otherwise, it might actually just like completely break and.
Nice.
Great.
You'll kind of look over that back at Valken. Arcane energy still sparkling, arcing from fingertip to fingertips. Well, little bird hands.
That felt good.
Okay, and she's just gonna back a little bit and kind of side-eye Demalagus to gauge his reaction.
So Demalagus is looking through Zel'Kaari, not quite at her.
She'll kind of not like turn, but she's just gonna like kind of glance real fast behind her, not see anything, obviously. Just kind of look back at him, be like, thinking like both of them are going crazy at the moment.
The spirit keeps trying to brush back Zel'Kaari's hair, but just passes through.
Demalagus will kind of shake his head. Did I hear a loud sound? What was that?
Our bird brain here through that, and she's gonna point.
Still waggling in the wall a bit.
He was good at things.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Because he's not okay, and I need someone to be sane in this room, at least semi-sane. Like I can't. Like I'm already crazy. I'm already out. Like I need someone up in here that is.
But we're all mad here.
But let's not start. And she'll put her hand up to Falcon and be like, "All right, time to."
He's not wrong. Zel'Kaari, are you familiar with an older female tiefling with magenta skin? Kind
Her
of
face.
white, wispy hair, violet eyes, who may want to smooth your hair back?
She's gonna immediately tense up and just get very wide-eyed first off, because that was like a very descriptive like way of describing that tiefling, and she's gonna going to whip around, not see anything, like literally like get up from her chair, like push it back, and kind of look around, and just be like, "What the fuck?" She's freaked. She's spooked.
Mm-hmm.
They're not here physically. I have an ability to be able to see into a slightly different reality. It's ethereal. You're probably actually familiar with it.
Like a ghost? Like a what are you talking about, Demalgus?
Yes, ghost or spirit, or presence. May not necessarily be of a dead person, but definitely someone a bit older.
Well, she's definitely dead. Going that route. And
I heard.
She just looks very, not hurt, but now she's just like guarded. She's gonna kind of get very like stern almost. She's standing she kind of walks away slightly from Demalgus and Falcon. He's very like closing off.
Dan, is the spirit following her?
How far away are you walking, Zel'Kaari? Just a few paces?
Yeah, probably like not even like 4 or 5 paces, just enough to kind of be like, what's up, and like kind of look around and be like a little panicked, but then kind of like, what the hell is going on?
The spirit takes like one step toward her, arm stretched out, and then puts it down and looks over at you, Demalgus, and then over at Valken, protectively.
Oh, this is odd.
What are you seeing, Demalgus?
Well, it is reacting to your movements and ours as well. Seems to be aware of us here. It doesn't seem to have ill intent. This certainly has. You certainly have its attention.
Well, I don't want it, and she's gonna like rush out of the room to either like kitchens or somewhere where she thinks it won't follow her. So either the kitchen or just wherever she can just mindlessly go.
Zel'Kaari books it. She races out of the door and down the hallway. The spirit takes half a...
Turn undead. Oh, never mind.
Nice. Oh.
Darn, I don't have whole person.
The spirit takes half a step, and the lights in the room give a flicker, and one of the sconces shatters into pieces, and the spirit disappears.
Okay, I have had entirely enough of this tonight. What the hell? Valken, why do you look better? You just...
Dark magic?
Yes, I can see that. What?
I kind of had a conversation with Sean. He revealed some things to me. I'll tell you about him later, because we kind of have floating glass lamp things, or whatever it was that Dan said.
It was sconce, but yes. Yeah. Is it just haunted here? Is it haunted everywhere? Every time I use this vision, it's haunted as shit. Okay.
Well, I have heard of this tale of this young lad who could see dead people.
That sounds interesting. A good twist.
He was traveling around with this older man who turned out to be dead the whole time.
What a twist! Well, yes, we'll discuss that later. I'm leaving. And Demalgus is going to go find Zel'Kaari.
Okay. You can hear her running, I imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong, Zel'Kaari. I just picture her booking it through the house, so you'd be able to, hear that pretty well.
Like full on, like just stomp, just kind of getting as far away as she possibly could. She'll probably end up, if she doesn't She won't necessarily leave the compound, but she may look for an exit for like fresh air.
Okay. You find one easily. I mean, I'd say you're moderately familiar now with the layout. You find your way out into the back of the compound, near the stables. In the other direction, of course, is fresher air.
So there's actually animals?
There are. There's, well, this is more of I guess, a kennel than a stable. As there are dogs there, and the basilisk, Oliver.
Oliver.
She'll actually probably just keep going until she's in like a fairly like open area, but not like she doesn't think anyone will see her. She doesn't think anyone will be like watching necessarily.
Okay.
And she'll just kind of keep going until she finds that spot.
There's an area in the back corner of the lot, past the kennels, past everything. Just before the large stone wall area that protects the entire compound, has a number of really massive boulders that are like half buried, 3/4 buried under the ground, but they arch up and create sort of like a protective space where you can kind of tuck away if you wanted.
Yep, she's gonna see that, and she's just gonna keep booking it, and like not like baseball slide, but like, she's gonna scramble under there as fast as possible, and like almost just like completely just feet up, arms wrapped tight, and like just sitting there, and she's like heavy breathing, like going on panic attack at this moment.
Okay. In that case, Timalagus, if you don't mind making a survival check to track sort of, I mean, you hear her through the house, but when she heads outside, she has a little bit of a head start on you.
Well, survival, probably one of my best skills.
Nice.
Let's see. Ooh, and I'm so good at it. I am super duper focused. Altogether, I have a 4.
Oh, brutal. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you have heard her out to the backyard, running in the distance. You have a general idea of the quarter of the compound that she's in that part of the yard, but no specifics. You can spend more time looking, of course, if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Zel'Kaari, are you still like, if you were to spot him searching for you, would you just remain silent? Or how do
she'll remain silent. She'll be freaked out enough that she'll remain silent, almost like she doesn't. It's not that she doesn't want him to see her, but she's freaked.
Sure.
She's freaked out.
Go ahead and make one more survival check. You can make it with advantage at this point, Timalagus, only because you're outside. There's only so many places here.
Right. Oh boy, here we go. Man, I am not rolling well already. I didn't roll good last session.
No.
So I got a 12, though. I mean, something.
I guess roll a stealth if you would, Zel'Kaari.
11. But let me. I don't know.
I'm sure she gets a bonus to that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where is it? What was it for stealth?
Mm-hmm.
+1, so a 12.
So, you're looking and you're like, she's got to be out here, and you see the stones, and you kind of carefully look around and spot just like the foot of her armor. She's tucked underneath one of the stones here.
Okay. All right. Preparing
Mel
fireball.
just pops over top. Surprise!
God. Guess I gotta write a new character.
Him is a nice guy. Yeah, he will sort of cautiously approach her.
She won't say anything. She acknowledges, like, she knows he's there, but she's not gonna, like, look up or look at him, or she's still kind of, like, half, like, breathing heavy.
Okay. The Malagus will sort of just sit down next to her.
She'll probably let him sit there for a good, like, minute before she finally, like, catches her breath and, like, very, very quietly. Can I I'm gonna make it difficult for you. Can I make him roll to see if he hears what she says?
Sure. Yep. Are you intentionally trying to make it quiet?
She's not necessarily intentionally making it quiet, but she is just barely getting the words out.
Okay, I'll let you set the DC since you know roughly how quiet she's speaking.
Okay.
And Demalagus, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
I'm gonna make a roll for it, man. Oh no, we lost Thaxl.
Thanks.
He's turning off
Oh.
just a little
Oh,
bit.
turn off the camera. Got it. See it.
All right. Well, I guess I got a 14.
You are one lucky son of a bitch.
Nice.
So she, like, real soft. Like, just because you're sitting next to her, you can hear her. But basically, she says, you described in immaculate detail my older, dead sister. That's it.
He's going to look at her and say, I'm sorry, that must have been quite a shock. But I thought you should know the present. Is there any reason why she would be near you? The spirit would linger on.
I don't know. It's been so long. I don't know why she would be. It's just been so long. I don't know why. I'm not sure why.
She's gone now, by the way.
And she'll just kind of glance, like her head doesn't move, but she'll just kind of glance to her side. Obviously she doesn't see anything, but now she kind of looks almost like more heartbroken. In a way, she'll just be really, she'll look really sad, and she'll probably at this point just start like silently crying. Not really reaching out for him, but just kind of curling up.
Well, he's going to comfort her, put his arms around her. Gently.
She's not gonna push him off. No.
There were two sounds of crying people that night, and yeah.
Just punch him in the dick. No.
If he even has one.
Wails, then. No, she won't really respond. She'll just silently sit there crying, just kind of not really knowing how to process anything that's been going on. So.
That's fine. He has no idea what he's doing, so he'll just keep doing it.
Oh.
All right. Oh, Valken, let's see. What do you want to do? As they head out of the room, you're left in that room alone, Valken. What would you like to do?
Probably shouldn't have
Hold
done
the
that.
F shit up. No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
I don't know. What time of night is it? Around like 9, 10?
Yeah.
Guess I'll probably go back to the one room, because some nurse is probably gonna freak out if I'm like walking around.
You head back to the recovery room. Within 15-20 minutes, the nurse comes in. They seem to have changed shifts finally. This is a female nurse this time. And she comes in and do you have the eye patch back on, or you have that? Or, I mean, do you have bandages wrapped back around? Or
I
no?
probably would have put like the eye patch back on. I don't know if I would have had bandage.
Okay. So she comes up. Hi, Falcon. My name is Shelly, and I will be your nurse tonight. I'm going to just take a quick look carefully and make sure everything's healing up as it should be, and walks over to peel the eye patch part up. And, of course, lets out like a... Oh! What? do you have an eye here that's... You know about this? What happened to you?
Kind of a recent thing.
But you're okay. Does it hurt? Are you feeling any pain?
I don't think so.
All
Seemed
right.
to be pretty fine.
Okay. She's gonna do a medicine check. Okay. She nervously goes around and kind of checks a number of things around the eye, and she's like, pulling open your eyelids and stuff, and just sort of trying to take a closer look in there, rubbing around like the outer edges. Well, the tissue surrounding this seems to have healed. A bit scarred in there, but healed in this. Your eye is filling the space, the empty space. So, I think that you'll be all set, but I'd like you to stay in here for the overnight, just so we can observe this and make sure that it doesn't turn into anything worse.
That's fine with me.
Good. Okay. Well, if you do experience any pain or shortness of breath or anything changes for you, call for me immediately. I'll spend about half my time here with you, and every half an hour or so I'll need to go and see some of the other patients that were hurt recently.
Okay.
Okay. Well, and she kind of goes over to one corner of the room and starts cleaning off some medical instruments, and just kind of hangs about for a little bit. Is there anything that any three of you want to do or role play out before Thaxl and Deena get back? That's going to be another 2 days.
Yes.
One of the things I probably would have said to one of the nurses during one of the earlier in the day would be to send out that one note previous earlier on in that day.
Okay.
Send out the note. Betsy apologizing. As Deena put it, which I probably would write. I'm sorry I upset you last night. In hindsight, it is best that you did leave, as the situation got worse between Mavery and I unfortunately sustained an injury. We'll be recovering here for a while. If you can find in yourself, forgive me, I would like to see you. And then sent with flowers of some sort.
Okay.
I don't know what would be appropriate.
You take your best guess.
Servants would probably know.
Awesome.
So I'd sent that sometime earlier so
Okay. Gotcha.
I'd probably be waiting around for a response the next morning.
All right. So you do that, and then that day continues. Zel'Kaari, you said you had some. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Gotcha. Yeah. And Zel'Kaari, you said no.
Oh, really?
Happy
He didn't
birthday.
buy me birthday cake. So
Oh,
he got me some ice
nice.
We've been running around like crazy, so I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy day. But he forgot to buy a cake or cupcake, so he was like, ice cream.
Aww. That's
It was
sweet.
nice. It was nice. Yeah. So after that night, she'll probably talk to Demalgus about wanting another tattoo. And she wants to go to the tattoo shop that she went to before, because that was here, right? Or did I?
Yes,
get
that was here. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm almost positive it was here. Mm-hmm.
So she'll go to see the artist.
Mm-hmm.
And Demalgus can come if he wants. But she just wants to, where she got the first tattoo, the White Dahlia.
Yes.
She wants to just continue with the floral design.
Okay.
So she wants, a lily, and she wants violets and just a bunch of more flowers, to not make it just that one thing. So she wants to kind of continue it to almost the back of her leg, because the dahlia's in the front with the draconic, on the
Ah,
bottom,
okay.
and then the name is on the top. So the flowers will now start to wrap around the back of her leg,
Nice.
and then eventually it'll wrap the full way.
All right. The artist has these pigments, thick pigments that he kind of paints a design on first, just to show you, to get your approval. And you tweak it a little bit with him to get it just the way you want it before proceeding. Jeez, I don't know how much a tattoo would cost. Here, let's see. Okay, that's not expensive. 6 silver for color tattoo. That sounds pretty good compared to
Can that
RL.
be real life?
For real, right?
Cannot be real life.
I rolled twice. It was 6 both times. Like, okay, 67. 6 silver, rather.
All right. Definitely. She'll even. You know what? She'll. Hold on. Let me. Where the hell is my money? The hell is my money?
Inventory.
What
It's
page?
your under
Inventory?
inventory
Mm.
Okay,
at the
thank you. I'm
bottom.
like, where is it?
Where'd it go?
How many silver pieces equal gold piece? I forget.
10.
She'll just give 2 gold pieces to the artist because
Okay.
if it looks really good, she'll
It
just
does, yeah.
give the 2 gold pieces.
Yeah, they're fairly legit shop here. They do good work. Yeah, so it gets done. Slightly painful since it's the old school way with these pointed bamboo sticks, and they're poking it in, one bit at a time. But they finish the job, and it looks beautiful. They give you their precautionary. Keep it clean, keep it, out of the sun, and you're like, whatever, I barely feel this, I'm a tiefling.
Whatever, it's fine.
So, you get that continued around the back.
And then her and Demalagus, I know, wanted to get her a nightmare.
Okay, go proceed. How would you like to approach that?
Demalagus?
Do you want me to banish you? I don't even know where the banishment goes to, but I'll need to set it out at some point.
Turtle Town. It's fine. Nobody gets hurt there. Randy has an idea of how to get that accomplished. I'm just trying to think of how it would come up in conversation. I suppose probably he's showing off his nightmare because he's a bit of a show-off.
Yep.
Shall we ride back to the compound?
Right, exactly. Let's scare everyone. It's funny.
Yeah, she would actually enjoy that, yeah.
That could broach the subject.
She'll probably bring it up and be like, so how did you get these? Everyone has one, and I've never really seen them before in a party.
Oh, right. Well, it was a rather unique circumstance. We were in the possession of a relic. I believe I mentioned it to you before, Akari's eye. And one of her more powerful agents approached us while we were on a mountainside. And, well, wanted the eye back, and we didn't really want to just give it up. And they had with them, actually, several of these creatures. I knew we were well outmatched, and so the group discussed with the agent of Akari and made a bargain for a certain level of protection and use of the nightmares. And the other side of the deal was that if Akari had something for us it wished us to do, then we would do so. In fact, that's why we were in Zangard, looking for the scum that had you held prisoner.
She'll make a face.
In fact, it was one of Akari's disciples that actually dealt the killing blow to him. I had a front row seat. I was actually lying right in front of him and got covered in his gore and ink. And his death was a bit satisfying.
She'll just kind of scoff at his name. Well, do you think I could possibly have favor to receive one of these lovely mares? And she'll kind of like, I'm assuming we're like on or like near the
Yeah, it kind of turns to look at you.
and she'll just kind of let out her hand and try and like lightly touch like the mane of.
Ooh. Go ahead and make an animal handling check if you would.
Oh no!
One.
Oh no!
One.
What? Ooh, okay, that's actually pretty good. The animal handling. That is a 20.
Damn.
Nice. Okay. First thing you notice, I mean, which you've of course noticed before, the flames don't hurt at all, and you feel a certain protection from flame. In fact, while you're on or near, essentially while you're riding the horse, when you've ridden the horse, you brush your hand along the back, and the horse kind of turns its head back to you, kind of leans it down to you, not just in a bit of a respectful way, and then kind of looks ahead. Seems to be agreeable with you doing this.
She'll, as long as it seems agreeable, she'll keep, lightly, petting and kind of scratching behind the ear. And
No.
Well, Quathas seems to like you.
I have a way with animals, I guess, because the little Oliver up in there seems to not hate me. So
Yes, he hasn't even tried to turn you to stone or bite you with his poison teeth. Venomous teeth, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
He nibbled a little bit, but it was okay. I didn't, no damage. No damage.
Yes, a love bite. Adorable. Well, I do believe I would have Akari's ear. However, we may wish to be a bit closer toward her. Hey, Dan, Ikram borders water, doesn't it?
It's pretty close. It's a little bit inland, but it's not that far from the coast, correct?
Okay. Would it be like a long ride to go out to the ocean?
Now, I mean, on horseback, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Wow, that close. All right.
Yeah, it's really close.
Yes, we could ride out to the water's edge, and I could pray and see if maybe one of her agents would meet us and maybe grant you a boon since you're allied with the party.
I would like that. Either way, I would like to see the ocean. That'd be nice.
We should get snacks for the trip.
Yes. Wait. Oh, but we promised Thaxl we would mess with Mr. Cupcakes when she got back.
We can wait for her.
Okay. We'll just get snack.
Yes,
get cake.
let's lull him into a false sense of security.
Okay. She'll nod. She'll be nice this time. She won't try and draw dicks anywhere.
Nice.
She's got plans.
Okay, you two will mount up and head west out of the city. Again, a mere 15-minute ride along a fairly wide dirt path that ultimately leads up to some loose grass, loose sand, and the small little picket fences that block off, that separate the grass area from the beach itself. As you come over the top of a hill, and see little wooden slats in the dirt to help horses walk through, at least until you get down to the deep into the beach. The beach spreads out. It's probably a good 80 feet from the tippity top down to where the tide is currently. Beautiful sprawl of beach in both directions. What is it, nighttime, right? Or is it the next day you did this? Next day, right?
Probably, yeah, the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have a day at the beach.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah, if it was the next day, then she definitely would have like packed like a bunch of food and like a little picnic.
Yeah.
And yeah, she would have wanted to make a day out of it because she loves the water.
Oh, so it's a nice, it's probably around evening time. You've had you've gone out, you got the tattoo, which took a while, and whatever food and drink you had along the way. And it's probably like approaching dinner time, around 4:30 or so. So the day's heat is starting to cool down. Beautiful cold breeze with that salt air coming up off the ocean. The last bit of sunlight is starting to get a little bit low in the sky, dancing, glimmering on the waves as they crash on the beach. Peaceful.
She'll look over to Demalagus. Shall we pray? I don't know how you do this. I'm not a very big religious person, which is weird because I should be, but it's hard.
Aren't you a cleric?
Yeah.
You don't pray to a specific deity, more of a concept, or?
I mean, I should, but I don't know. It's complicated. It's complicated.
All right. Well, a mystery to be solved later. Fortunately, I've spent enough time around religious ceremonies as I was forced to attend growing up. I know the proper, general idea of it, and plus I've studied religion. So, Demalagus will basically face the ocean,
Yep.
pretty close to the water, and get down on his knees and put his head back and his hands up,
Okay.
close his eyes, and begin to concentrate in his mind with praying powers.
Okay. Akari.
Yes.
So you do that. Zel'Kaari, what are you doing as you see him go into this prayer state?
Sure. Oh, is he like sitting or is he like just kind of mumbling?
Yeah, he would probably be chanting
She wouldn't know. I don't know if she would know the chant.
in Draconic.
She would know what he's saying. She knows Draconic. So I guess she'll probably try and listen like a few times and then try and mimic what he's doing.
Oh, okay. You said you have your eyes closed, both of you, as you're doing this?
Yeah, I would try and copy what he's doing.
Okay. You do for a good minute and a half. You're both in this prayer, eyes closed, and the sound of those crashing waves starts to get a little more distant. What do y'all do?
Zel'Kaari would peek because she knows the ocean.
Yeah,
Knows
perfect.
It couldn't go on that far. She'd notice.
You take a peek, like what's going on, and this area, probably 300 feet wide of ocean water, is receding, pulling way back 50 feet, 100 feet. And it almost...
they do this. It's great.
And then this huge wave comes over the top, almost like it's been pushed up on itself. And it crashes, two sides crashing together. And where these two sides are crashing together is barreling towards you. And out of it, as it reaches the beach, some 20 feet in front of you, steps a humanoid figure. The water splashes and just runs up over your feet and pulls back into the ocean gently. As are you looking yet, Demalagus, or are you still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
at the
open my
wave,
eyes.
like the big wave crash, she'll instinctively like grab, not hard, but like grab at his like arm or like his wrist and be like, oh, like, is this supposed to happen?
All right. Keeya'Nava steps out of the water. The rest of it dwindles down. Yes. How do you fare?
Demalagus will stand up and smile at Keeya'Nava. and say, Keeya'Nava, I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you again.
Yes. Have your friends returned to you yet?
No, we've not heard from Ariel or Rhea.
Soon, then. They should arrive soon.
Excellent.
Side note: the cat tail is a very good like.
One of the kids let the cats out of their bin, and now it's down here.
But it adds to the characters.
Yes. I'm glad to see that you're. Yeah.
Walks out of the water with this cat, you know.
Keeya'Nava has a sea cat or something.
Catfish. Yeah,
Nice.
Oh my god, I love it.
Meow,
I love
meow.
it.
of course.
And you are. She looks over at Zel'Kaari.
She'll stand up and kind of like brush her like dress off, and she'll do like a little like curtsy, and she'll be like, "I am Zel'Kaari. I am a good friend of Demalagus here."
This is Zel'Kaari. She was held prisoner by Cromaj upon his yacht for a year.
I see. Well,
Zel'Kaari, this is the one who killed that vile beast.
Oh. And she'll like look at Demalagus, she'll be like, oh. She'll just be impressed. She's impressed.
nice. There's the wind picks up as another wave kind of crashes a little violently behind them, and it runs up past, covering up to her calves and up to over your ankles for the two of you. She has this long silvery quasi-transparent dress that gets caught in the water and just floats along a good 5 or 10 feet in front of her, the trail of it up towards the two of you. One of our merfolk was kept aboard that ship as well. Not quite a year, but she spoke of the horrors that Cramash dealt. You have my sympathies.
She'll nod her head.
Zel'Kaari has joined our group. However, there is some difficulty with transportation. With our use of the nightmares, she's not as mobile as us. Also, she lacks the defense against scrying and magical location, which means anyone who realizes that we're associated could track us down just by tracking her. I was hoping we could beg Akari to afford her the same protection and use of a nightmare that we have. She would be willing to enter into the same bargain to assist when Akari has need of us.
You are, young one?
Of course. Whatever's needed.
Very well. You understand all the terms, then? Demalagus has shared them with you?
In private, yes. He's shared them.
Good. Well, let us shake on it then, yes? She rolls out a hand, sort of flat like this, to do like a sideways shake.
She'll start to reach out her hand. She'll she'll be like, "For killing that bastard, I'd do anything," and lay her hand on top of hers.
Nice. She gives this stupidly firm handshake, and you can feel this incredible energy coming from her. And you can feel some of it fill your vessel, as it were. And shakes and then returns. The deed is done. Please, give your name a horse. Then it will be yours. Give your horse a name. Do I say that backwards? Give your name a horse.
Give your name.
The name's Akari. Here's a horse.
Nice. I'm watching my cat like ready to knock down one of my expensive lights. Like, multitasking and failing.
Oh, I wasn't ready for a name. Damn. Oh no.
Do it in your time, but the horse will not be yours until you name it. You'll need to grow the bond that you share. But summon it soon, within the hour. Should be time to give it its name.
Thank you.
Yes.
Greatly. And she'll do a much more deeper bow.
She nods her head, and this strong breeze washes over you. It has this faint, mountain fresh, flowery smell that wisps over you. Well, do tell your friends when they arrive. Job well done. And the same goes for all of you. I am sure we'll meet again soon.
I look forward to our next meeting, Keeya'Nava. Thank you.
She nods to the two of you as a giant wave crashes over, cascades, and covers her form, and just washes out like up to both of your thighs, and pulls. You get that little vertigo from the water going backwards. And go, and then she's gone with the water.
She'll immediately start walking back to the shore. Trying to think about the name because she wants to name it very quickly.
Okay.
She'll want to try and figure out the name.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna do right now.
nice. Okay. And there'll be a week's allowance for retconning, of course, in case you do it now and then you're like, no, I really wanted, baby farts or something. Then we can change it to that.
Baby farts.
Baby fart. A horse.
With the drow word for duty. What was I thinking?
Wait, did you?
You were almost there. Duty.
Not duty. 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 Oh, you guys.
I still don't know how to fully pronounce my horse's names. It's like lions too.
I think I already know, but I want to double check.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you two spend any... Oh, did you say you're heading back to town, or are you spending any more time on the beach?
She'll probably, again, be stereotypical. She'll watch sunset just to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Right over the water?
Yeah. You'll notice she is a little more distant to Demelicus. Not crazy so, but she's now just a tad more guarded just because she's still a little freaked out. But she's not being mean. She's just not outwardly trying to, I don't know how to describe it. She's just a little more guarded. Just a little more guarded.
Okay.
It's fine. Boy takes you on a date, goes out to the beach, gets some deity lady to come up, give you a free horse, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
I did all
Great
this
first
for you.
Great second date.
Nice. Well, yeah, you two are able to share this beautiful, warm sunset, and if the two of you weren't beautiful already, the golden hour of sun just makes you both glow, despite the dark skin tones, the purple and dark gray. Just beautiful. You were able to share this evening together as it fades into twilight, and then the stars finally start poking out. Of course, there's no light pollution, so it's like a giant Milky Way up in the sky. As you two finally decide, all right, too much sand, time to get out of here.
Yeah, once it gets a little dark, she'll choose her name. I think I already know what I want. I don't know if I can, I don't know if it's stupid. She's
Never.
going to summon it and name it Nessie.
Ooh, okay. So I just have to check for something. Okay. You call out the name Nessie. And as you do, about 20, 30 feet away from you, this black void fills the air. Like heat distortion in a spot, and then it sort of tears and cracks open and falls in on itself, and this dark portal forms, and your horse comes out. Let me just share an image of that. Comes out, and there we go. It's so beautiful. And greets you. Now, are there any I should stop. Horse comes up and looks at you like face to face and lowers its head a little bit, but more so like it's looking at you.
She will bow to her horse, and then she'll have her hand out. Ooh, how does she want to put her hand out? She'll put her hand out, like palm up, waiting for the horse to move before she does anything else.
All right, go ahead and roll animal handling check with advantage because you set it up so nicely. Extra cautiously and such.
17.
Okay. Horse sort of reluctantly clop back, backward a little and then clop forward and puts its snout in your hand.
She'll caress its snout and go a little bit closer, not too close, and just kind of say, I will take care of you if you will take care of me.
Okay.
And she'll just rub its nose down its head.
So. Well, as you do this, the snout of the nightmare steed starts to change a little bit. It grows a little bit, a little more flat and dull, and then wider, and then its head sort of pops out extra wide, and you're like, what's happening? And slowly, from head to tail, its head and neck and body begin to shift and grow larger and larger and larger. Its legs and hooves get smaller and smaller, and as its body grows, they're engulfed in it. Its rough skin begins to become this sleek grayish skin, almost glistening and wet, until it exponentially grows faster and larger, until it changes into this 30-foot long giant shark on the beach. And it starts looking for water, obviously, and flapping around. And as it does, it starts trying to get over towards the water's edge. And you see beneath one of its fins, as it's pulling its way over to the water, this etched out brand that is the symbol of Sirik.
Ooh. Okay.
It makes its way to the water's edge, as you're right there, and swims out and back in a little bit, and looks at you with a bond.
All right. She'll walk back into the water, and she'll lay her hand and let it kind of sleek go down the body.
Okay.
As she goes. She's confused, but she's just gonna go with it.
Neat. He or she? Do you want it to be a he or a she?
She, for Nessie.
Nessie, gotcha. So she, kind of lets you pet, and then kind of leans down for her dorsal fin to kind of be next to you, like climb up.
Okay. At this point, she's probably looking back at the Malagus, kind of like, the fuck?
Malagus, make a perception check if you would.
All right, yeah, I'd love to.
Oh, no.
Oh, Tasha, no.
All right.
Baby shark.
Oh, I rolled really good now. I rolled a 19, which gives me a 23.
Nice. So you easily spot this almost like a gosh, what do they call it? Like a brand, like an etched in brand under this shark's flipper on the right. Make a religion check with advantage because I think you'd be trained in that.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, a knowledge check. What do you know? I'm pretty good at these. 25.
Oh my word! You instantly recognize it as Sirik, the god of lies, a trickery deity. Now I don't know.
Randy knows his entire origin story and everything about him. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
I got the books when they came out. They're awesome.
Oh, sweet, beautiful. Yeah. So that's you're like, oh,
Makes sense.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna keep, trying to bond with this massive, not horse.
Nice. When it puts its dorsal fin out, do you climb up?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. You climb up and you get bumped a little bit as it starts to take off. Woo! And it is soaring through the water, stupidly fast. Suzu splashes up out of the water, boom, goes underwater. And you're like, and you can breathe under the water as you're on this creature's back. You're racing at a ridiculous speed as it swims around. You're seeing first the algae near the shore, and then some bits of a reef just off the shore. And you're flying through, watching all these tropical fish swim around. It's very equatorial here. And it's just a beautiful thing. Hair behind you, the whitish blonde tips of your hair flowing behind you until you finally come back out of the water and up towards the beach. And as it kind of pulls in back where you started. Balgus, of course, you see you're like boom, under the ocean and then come back like 5 minutes later.
This is fun! She's gonna be yelling. She will look so carefree. Like, honestly, any anxiety or sadness that she was feeling is just be gone. She's having a ball.
Awesome. It's a swim speed of 50 feet, just FYI. I'll give you the deets after.
I'm thoroughly confused. I mean, I suppose Quarthus doesn't exactly look like a regular nightmare either. Once I named him, his skin became almost chitinous, like a spider. Flames turned purple. Definitely has something to do with who we are. But mine's still a horse. What the hell?
Nice. What the? Awesome. What a chip! And Zel'Kaari, do you have any? I know that you have your shamrock. Do you have any other symbols on your?
Yeah, she does have a holy symbol that was given to her from her mother.
Okay.
That it's like thrown in her pack. She doesn't.
Oh, okay, not visible. Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Neat.
It would be like not. It wouldn't. It would. I mean, she's probably. I don't know. Would she be holding her pack? I don't know. I'm assuming. It wouldn't be visible.
Okay.
It wouldn't be visible at the moment.
Okay. Well, I think on that note, we'll do our bio break. It's just a few minutes early, but I don't know how to, transition from that easily. So we'll pick up the tail end of it, as we come back.
And I still have my day ahead of me. Because they went and had their whole beach excursion. I'm just like,
Nice. Yeah. All right, so for those who don't know, take a blah, 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 8 to 10 minute bio break, and we'll be back soon. Yay! Okay. All right, catch you all in a minute.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo doo.
Alright, for reals, I'm gonna go get something now. My legs. Hey, buddy. What are you doing?
I still had Critical Role up on my phone, and I pop it up, and they're talking to some creepy old lady.
Creepy old what?
Some seemingly creepy old lady that has a very salad fingers-like voice.
Ugh.
In some shop. Yeah.
No, kitty. Can't. I love you, buddy, but you gotta stop that. Here. All right, I'll be right back again. Kitty does not want to listen. Oh, baby shark. Do, 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 do. All right, let's try this again.
Have you ever heard the metal version of that, Dan?
I haven't. No, that sounds amazing.
There's like one or two versions of
Yeah.
it. One,
My friend sent it to me one stream, and I'm just like, the heck?
This is amazing. I saw the video that it originally came from, and it's so funny because this little girl and little boy's making his face like, gah, 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 oh, the whole thing. What's going on with this kid? He's so vicious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the whole like the original song is from like a while ago. I didn't know it was like a kid's nursery song. Like, and other people told me like, oh, why we used to sing that when I was a little kid. It's like I didn't know about that.
I'd never heard of it until it became the new fidget spinner. It's everybody does it, and these elementary and middle school and even high school students are still like, please stop. I mean, it's catchy and it's cute, but
There we go.
thank you.
Where's
It's in the Discord.
Nice.
Dan, whatever.
okay.
Whatever.
Thank you. I'll have to play it. That's so great. It's got the people in the shark suits. Oof, all right, let's see.
You know, when I named her Nessie, I didn't actually mean
It's so beautiful because what's going on here is something that I did a little lore research on, and then I did a couple of rolls on to see what would happen, and this is the end result. And so it's just great when you're like, actually, it didn't even click until after the Nessie part. I'm like, yes.
Is he doing that because I said that? Did he get the joke that fast? Like,
Nice.
damn. All right.
Is this really relevant to backstory stuff that we don't know yet?
No
Oh.
one knows.
Hell, I don't even know half my backstory, so
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, that sounds about accurate.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Dan took some of what I said for originally for various backstory iterations and tossed like 95% of that out the window. And whatever he has planned sounds a lot better than what I had originally said.
No, he did some great stuff.
I was pretty open. I only have there's very specific things, obviously, with my backstory, but for the most part, it's open as anything. It's kind of like, meh, sure, that's it. That sounds like it could happen.
Nice. Oh my word. All right. So, all right. Since you're here, Falcon, I'll fire us back up. Is there anything that you wanted to do over this, those next 2 days, basically?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I wanted to see if I would have gotten any word from Betsy, in reply to what I had said the day before.
That's right. It is right in town, isn't it? Nothing yet.
I probably would have gone down to the shop in town then with my letter of discountedness.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Because I probably would have waited around most of the day for like the first day or whatever. And then the second day, or probably like later on.
That's fine.
I guess later on in the afternoon of the same day as the beach day, I would have gone down to the store.
Suli is there, of course, and she welcomes you in, and they have the same selection as before. You now have your letter of discount or whatever from.
One magical item. It's a letter of discount.
What would you like, sir? Have you made your choice?
Yeah. Do you have that fan? I don't remember what the fan was called.
The wind fan.
Yes.
Well, of course, it's still in stock. It's been but a few days. Let's take a look. And you walk down, and you see it there in the display case. Well, ordinarily it's 225 gold pieces. However, with your letter of discount, Tassos has, Mr. Davenstar has requested that we give you just over cost to recover what's needed, of course. Something's shining right in my eye, sorry. One. Yes, so 155 gold pieces, down from the 225 as the regular cost.
That sounds good to me. Do you have any studded or enchanted armor? Leather? Or any other light armor?
We do have some leather armor that is not magical, but finely crafted. It offers a slight bonus over your standard leather armor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we simply have the gloves of thievery
Yeah.
and the slippers of spider climbing and the robe of useful items. And I suppose if you consider rings armor, then the ring of swimming and the ring of resistance.
How much? Let's see here, because my armor is studded, so I already have 14, something like that.
I think so. Oh, sneeze. Oh.
It's like a +1 or something. Yeah, my armor class is 14.
Oops.
So
Okay.
in-game lore, whatever I would ask for, like a armor, if they would have one, that would be 15 or something.
Okay. All right, let's see. I need to check something here to get a price for you. +1 is rare. Just need to do a quick look-see here on how much rare items cost. That's not what I needed. I need this. And then... there we go. Alright, so let's roll. Okay. Mind you, this armor is so well crafted that it gives you an additional, mechanics-wise, another +1. It's a +1 armor. Being a very rare bit of armor, it still goes for a pretty penny. You're looking at 1,969 gold pieces, but with your discount, we could do 1,500.
I'll like I haven't even touched it. I'll just like back away slowly.
These we carry often in stock, so should you come back with the coin later, we can always have them crafted specifically for you at that price.
Sure, Jan. Sure. I'll just take the wind fan.
Very well. That will be 155 gold pieces, please.
I'll pay in, what is that, like, platinum's 10, gold for each one?
Platinum is 10 gold for 1 platinum. So it'd be 15 platinum and 5 gold.
Yeah, I'll pay in 15 platinum and 5 gold, because I have all that platinum.
Nice. Alright, let me put this in your inventory. Wind fan. Boop. Let me just make it known to you. Here we go. Alright, wind fan is now in your inventory. And I'll just let you take the money out. Alright. Well, yes. Is there anything else I can assist you with today, Mr. Valken?
That will be all.
Wonderful. I do hope you enjoy the wares. You'll find that it's in very good quality, very durable as well. Use it well. Good day.
Good day.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to do this. I think Valken might do this because he's a little bit stupid. I guess at night he would sneak around at the to, I guess, spy on Betsy a little bit.
Falcon. Nice. Okay.
Oh my god.
Like flying. In what manner would you?
I'm gonna like sneak around. So I'm gonna do like stealth checks and.
And what
Okay.
happened last time you did that?
Nice.
But it's
You'll
not
have
like
to
I'm gonna be
die.
entering their house. I'm gonna be like sneaking around their freaking house compound thing.
So are
I don't
you
know what
like
they have.
looking in windows and flying around, or on the ground?
I'm more like flying around.
Okay. All right. Go make a stealth check.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Wow,
Plus
good, because they had a high
8.
roll. Nice.
20.
Whew.
Those guards better not have dark vision.
Nice. As you make your first round, you don't make a perception check as you're looking, please. No one seems to spot you yet as you make your first round. It's a 3-story building. You're sort of looking in the windows as you fly about.
That'd be a 14.
Okay. No sign of Betsy just yet. You continue to fly around, this time checking out the second floor. Go ahead and make another stealth check and another perception check, if you would.
That'd be 24 stealth. And that'd be like... It'd be a 10 perception-wise.
Okay. You still make it around another lap around the building, looking in the windows of the second floor. Thankfully, no one spotted you yet, or so it seems. No calls to alarm. No one looking out the window back at you. You see servants mostly. As you fly around the back of this building, you see her doofusy brother in his room, and he sort of has his pants on but his shirt off, and he's just kind of looking in the mirror like turns around and looks at his butt.
Oh,
And you're like, all right, we'll keep going. All right, go ahead and make one last stealth check and perception check, if you would.
crap. That was a bad roll. That'd be a 12 stealth. That's a 9 perception.
Okay, I'm going to do a second roll. Okay. As you fly around this third floor, you're again seeing mostly servants. You fly around 2/3 of it until you're on the back corner. And there, for a moment, you pause as you see a figure walk past the window, and you fly a good distance, but still a little bit closer to see. And you do spot Betsy, and she spots you. I did an initial roll to see if you were spotted, and then I did one specific to her to see if it would be her, and it was 17 plus her thing. So, I don't know. Like, give me a second to think how she'd react to that.
Like, is she, like, on a balcony or something?
Oh, she's in her room, and she's, in her, bedtime clothes. She's getting her, bed ready. She has some books that she's bringing over from dresser to bed, setting some stuff on the nightstand, and she screams. She is taking a second, not sure who or what it is at first. She lets out this big scream, and then you see her face of recognition.
Crap.
Yeah. And you see her take this, like, she's wearing her night clothes, so it's not anything like, oh my goodness, but still it's an invasion. And she closes the two curtains. A horn sounds from inside of the building.
like
Abort.
I'm gonna like fly onto the roof.
Okay. All right, you fly up onto the roof. And what do you do once you land up there?
Are there any entrances from the from like? Because I'm kind of like more of like in like oh crap mode. Are there any entrances on like from the house onto the roof, or is this like a more of like standard like?
There are widow's peaks on both sides of the roof, so essentially a flat roof with some loose gravel and balusters around. The only part that's like below that on the sides has some regular roof, and above it in the very center there's maybe like 10 feet up of a steeple almost appearance in the very center of the house that would not be flat. Be up about 10 feet on a small little conical roof. Door
I guess
busts
I'll
open.
wait around for like a minute or two.
Okay, door busts open.
Oh crap!
Oh, you men over there! And oh, there he is! Someone shouts.
Okay,
About three men.
I'm gonna fly off the roof.
Okay. One of them's gonna take a ranged shot at you.
These guys.
All right, this is a plus what for the? Okay, that's not really that much. Oh, but they rolled a 19. So that's a 22 to hit, which I'm pretty sure.
Ouch.
It's not. I mean, they're carrying. What are they carrying here?
Hand cannons.
Nice.
Boom.
Woo! Okay. 7 points of damage, so nothing really for Valken.
Okay.
As a bolt comes flying out and cuts across your calf, you look back with your incredible night vision, and you see 3 guards stumbling out into the night's air on this roof here as you're flying away.
Well, I'm gonna land, I guess, on. Is there like any trees or something nearby that I can?
There aren't too many in the city, but there's other buildings nearby.
I guess I'll like land on a nearby building.
Okay. About how far away would you say?
Out of range of them being able to shoot me with accuracy.
All right, so you let's see, that one's got that, but the other one has so you're looking at like 300 feet to fly away. The other one's got a
Okay.
Okay, so you fly down like half a block and get behind or a block, and find yourself in another roof, and you hear in the distance just you hear another house across the street.
Son of a bitch! This was a bad idea. I'm gonna cast message to Betsy and be like, "Can you tell them to stop attacking me, please? Sorry." You can respond to this message.
Let's see what she. You do not get a reply to that message.
Son of.
The house below you.
Okay, I'm gonna go to like. Then I'm gonna. I'm gonna like start flying closer back to the compound.
Okay, you start making your way over there. That's sort of in the opposite direction you've gone so far. You spin back around and head back up. in a curve around, I imagine. And you hear as you're flying with that left eye, you can see 120 feet. You keep your distance way up in the sky, but you can see a number of guards type people, mafia ruffians coming out of buildings and checking the streets, searching the streets, looking around in the sky, as you just beat feet and get out of there, back up to the compound.
Ow. Yeah. I'll like go and find some sort of healing first aid person and have them take this frickin' bolt out of me.
Are we back yet?
Yeah, I would say that you get back probably a little bit before Valken does, like an hour or so before Valken.
Okay. I mean, if I see him before a nurse sees him, then I'll heal him. But
I'll probably be really loud and like shit, fuck, shit.
yeah, she'll probably be running out like, what in the hell, and find him.
I kind of tried to see what Betsy was doing because I'm an idiot, and I kind of got shot by a guard, and they were calling all the other house guards and around the city, and there was
So you were
alarm
stalking her.
Mm,
So you were stalking her.
I don't know. I don't even know what that word means.
You were not telling her you wanted to see her and trying to find out where she was without her knowing. And she'll. He said she has a bolt. He has a bolt in his like. Somewhere.
Yeah, I guess it's like in my arm or something like that.
She'll.
It's in your calf muscle in your leg. Yeah, there's like a big laceration where it blew through.
How can I do this? She will.
She's probably gonna pull it out, just like straight up.
She will 100% yank it and do.
Ah! Son of a bitch!
Oh, nice.
Let me pull up my D8.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my god, it's 1D8, right? Oh my god, where's my D8? There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see how many hit points you get back. Although you lose a lot, but still. Alright. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
And then my spell casting ability modifier. So, what's that? It's just a first level spell.
Okay. I think, that would be your proficiency modifier plus whatever casting thing you use. I think wisdom.
Okay, so wisdom currently is a +3. Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
So it would be 9 points.
Okay, let me
like.
check and make sure it's cure wounds, right? It would be, all right, so it'd just be +3. Sorry, it doesn't use the proficiency, but still
Okay.
+3, and that's enough to get him healed all the way up. It heals up seamlessly.
She'll just be shaking her head.
I'm stupid.
Right. You don't say. And she'll walk back out.
Nice.
But as she's leaving, she'll just yell, "Don't stalk her!"
Nice. Which winds the night down. Does anyone have anything want to do the second day? I want to try and get Thaxl back here, so. But I don't want to miss any roleplay opportunities if you have anything.
I'm good.
We'll probably use a day to relax, actually. It's been busy.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I wanted to inquire of the Thurstons of the guest list of the party.
Okay. And who do you ask? Tassos?
Yeah, I'd probably ask Tassos that about. Oh wait, no, but Tassos wouldn't be here.
Where did Tassos go?
Because didn't
No, Tassos
wait, did Tassos go with?
Tassos is still at the compound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'd be
okay.
there still.
Tassos. Okay. I wasn't sure if Tassos left or not. Okay.
You find, as you ask around, you're told that Tassos is in the study.
Okay. I'll go over to the study.
Okay, you see him there, flipping through some books. Back turned to you. Currently, he's in the couch. Doesn't see you yet.
Hi, Tassos.
Oh, howdy, Falcon. I was actually looking for you. Let's come on in. Close the door behind you. Let's have a chat.
This doesn't sound. I'll mutter to myself this doesn't sound really good. I close the door.
Okay. Pull up a seat, Falcon. Sit right across from me here, if you would.
I'll nervously kind of pull up a seat and sit down.
So first, tell me what's on your mind.
At the Thurston's party, the third gala, there was a former friend of mine, and a drow that was with another larger drow. Her name was Mavery Orteal, and her companion was, what was it, Zig?
Kig.
Kig.
Yes, that's what it was.
With a C.
With a C. And I kind of want to know why they were or if they were on the guest list. And if there was a specific reason why they were on the guest list. Because she's kind of the reason why I'm wearing the eye patch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nurse told me about that. One thing hearing about it, and then another seeing it.
Yep.
Well, listen, Falcon. You've always seemed like a straight-up guy to me, and you traveling with Thaxl. Kind of trails off for a moment. And so I want to trust you, but something has been brought to my attention, and as given my position here in this city, I do need to address it. Now, there's an individual that says, how do I put this? Well, that you were flying outside her bedroom window at night looking in? Does that sound accurate to you? If so, I'd love to hear an explanation. Maybe I can make sense of this.
I had trying to figure out the words for it. I feel like I had upset Betsy, and at the party, and I didn't end up hearing back from her, and I was just trying to see if she was okay. But me being not the most experienced with the outside world, didn't really think to kind of not, or didn't think about the fact that she would probably be in her nightgown or whatever it would
You
be.
see him sort of cringe a little bit. Here.
Yeah.
All right, Falcon.
Yeah.
Now, that part maybe I can understand a bit. I do hope that you took a lesson from this. That you just
Yeah.
can't. Oh, good. Here's the thing, though. Betsy reported after this whole incident the other night. She said she was doubly afraid as you had confess to her as to mauling another woman.
That would be because of the fact that this other woman was using me and was accused of, and most likely the committer of, necromancy and murder of many dwarves of Ari, who had you met Ari?
I have, yeah, the really reserved girl there, yeah. Talks to herself.
Yeah, she murdered a bunch of the workers of Ari, and she was a really close friend of mine, and I've known her for probably half the time I've been alive. And once you can't really trust anyone, you kind of end up letting the emotions get the best of you, and you lash out.
Well, I can definitely understand setting an example and needing to be strong-handed. Yeah, I hope you see that the circumstances, though, in this case do make it a little difficult for me to give you information about the party that you were at with Betsy concerning the woman that you scarred. I just don't know.
My eye, dude.
Yeah.
And she is a pretty powerful magical user, as far as I know, and that isn't something that's looked highly upon. for.
I'm just saying that I don't mind if you seek out this information in town through other means. I just don't feel right giving you the information myself. I believe you, and I believe that you made a mistake with young Betsy. But the actions were still committed, So I can't rightly go give her information about without knowing more of the details. I can talk to Thaxl when she gets back, and if she can give me a little more information on this and background, but I can't allow myself to be too trusting. I really can't. Not in this line of work. And you're welcome here, of course. I'm not saying get out, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure everyone is taken care of in the way that they need to be taken care of. But I'm afraid you're going to have to find that information on your own. And please stay away from the stalking. And if you need help with someone giving you a hard time, especially anyone dealing with dark arts, come see me. Come see us. There's a good way to handle all that.
Mm-hmm.
I like you. I do, Valken. I think you're a good person at heart, and I just don't let me catch you doing something like that again, because I cannot let that slide a second time. All right?
Okay.
I wish you the best. I suggest maybe asking around the taverns and such. But as long as we understand one another, I think we could move forward together from here. What do you say? Sticks a hand out to kind of shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand.
Thank you for understanding, Falcon. I think maybe it might not hurt to, from a distance, write a letter or an apology of some sort to Betsy, explaining your side. She understands, perhaps, that it's just a matter of your short lifespan, as it has been explained to me. Maybe she'll understand a little bit better. But I would try and make some amends there if I were you. Not in person.
Okay.
All right, sir. You have yourself a good day.
Okay.
He goes back to his bugs and just sort of gestures you out of the room.
I'll probably leave the room quite. So this is like the second day or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably like angrily leave the room, and probably head outside and find a empty barrel or crate of some sort, and knowing that these are probably going to be pretty heavy, cast 4th level catapult on it at like a wall or something.
Okay, you find yourself out behind the kennel, and there are a number of full barrels and empty barrels lined up along the back. And it's right near, just inside of the large stone wall that protects the compound. And you hunker down, you cast a spell, and you feel the weight. It's like a rubber band. You're pulling, and finally it snaps and sets the barrel free and rockets it. And just shatters into all the wooden slats and metal ribbing that was holding it together. And just falls to bits on the ground inside the stone wall.
Then I'll probably like just pick up like the pieces and chuck them around and just be pissed.
Okay, you're smashing them on the rocks of the wall and snapping them with your foot and among other things. Neat. All right. Until, at one point you're all able to kind of settle in and get a good night's rest on this second day. And just as morning comes around, probably, maybe like 10:30, 11 on the day after that, you hear a whole crowd of people arrive. A horse-drawn cart, as well as a few armed guards. You can hear the metal of their armor. And you see Tassos running out of the building like a bolt until he gets to the door, where he slows down and just kind of walks out. Well, I'm glad to see y'all made it home. Did you have fun? Did you get done what you needed done?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And he kind of just picks up his pace and rushes up to... I don't know, because you're bigger than he is. So he's going to, go to, do a big embrace, and he's either going to try and pick you up a bit or just let you pick him up.
He could try.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to probably end up picking him up.
He gets just a little bit of air, and you ground yourself and pick him up and spin around, and he's all into it. So
Please tell me this is Dirty Dancing style. Please tell me. Just gonna...
Amazing. He would totally be down for that.
That's in private.
Yeah. Nice.
And Zel'Kaari and Demalagus fall out of a second-story window laughing as they're watching.
Amazing. Oh, it is so good to see you. I'm glad you're back. I do hope you found everything you needed. Afraid I didn't get much more info for you, as much as I tried. I do have something I'd like to speak to you with when you have some time. What am I saying, Noah? You must be hungry or thirsty, or what can I do for you? You need a tail rub?
Thirsty. Oh, yes.
Yeah, all right. You got it, dear.
Yay. Yeah, whiskey.
You got it. Mm-hmm. And he just walks in like, yeah, all right, you all know what to do. And heads back in with nice head. And you head back inside the building. Deena, you see the difference in appearance for anyone that spots Deena. She now has the rubies that run along the top of her forehead now go into these enlarged and elongated horns, little specks of red rubies into this coal jet base that turns into the red at the ends. Tail is again enlarged and a little elongated and has a like that chitness, one plate over another along the top. what else? I think that's all that she has for now. And she seems to kind of just make a beeline. She seems maybe even a little hungry, probably after her body's going through these changes. There's a time in every tiefling's life, and I'm just kidding. So they sit down for a brunch in the kitchen. What do the rest of you want to do?
Well, I'm assuming Thaxl's gonna want to spend a good long time with Tassos.
You're not wrong.
Throwing that out there.
Nice. So's Tassos.
Yeah. I guess. Ooh, I don't know. I guess she'd probably go get some lunch.
Okay.
And from a distance, be kind of like not checking out Deena, but like examining the horns and the differences.
Okay.
Trying not to make it obvious, but just kind of staring.
Neat. Okay, I'll leave that. I don't want to role play. I don't know firmly whether or not she would do the thing I'm thinking of, so I'll leave it be for now. Yeah, she seems to say she's kind of in her own mind a bit as she's eating and considering all the things that have happened as of late.
Yeah, she wouldn't make it obvious. She's kind of like just kind of get a closer look and then just like let her be.
Okay, neat.
She's like,
yeah, nice. Looking, the features look more demonic. Basically, they look a little more ready for battle, more powerful type of, and just a little more. Fangs are a little more pronounced. Just a little more on the demonic side.
Is Demalgus with me? Like, are you near where I am? Did you go? I would go find Demalgus.
Okay.
I mean, probably.
She would then try and pull him aside away from Deena. Not make it obvious, but like go in another room and kind of be like, oh, come on.
Deena snickers.
Zel'Kaari rollers. Once they're alone, though, she'll say to Demalgus, "All right, something's going on. Something is going on with her. She did not look that way before, and she looks kind of scarier. I don't know if you've noticed, but a little more demonic. Is that normal? Does she kind of like change features?"
No, but I don't think that trip was full pleasure.
I mean, I assumed not.
Yes, I have my suspicions as to what may have gone on. Deena wasn't exactly forthcoming, and I'm not surprised by that at all. May do some research. It is strange to see. It's almost a subtle change, but it is rather pronounced. Especially something in her eyes.
It just seems different, and I'm not sure if that's a concern or not. And she'll probably just kind of walk away to let him do his thing. Well, you said you were gonna research. You're not gonna sit around.
That was code.
Go back to stupid books. Read.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll do research though.
Okay. Go ahead and do like a check. Do a history check, I guess, as you're doing research. And figuring that takes a few hours. What'd you get?
That would be a 13.
Okay. So you spend 2-3 hours, pulling through materials in the library and things you've acquired. So after, a few hours, Thaxl, Tassos, once you have a breather, Tassos says, Well, I feel like this is really awkward timing to bring this up, but I've got to. So,
Okay.
your friend Valken,
Yes, I'm familiar with him.
there was a complaint brought to me. Apparently, the other night, he was caught flying outside of a woman's house. He knew Betsy, outside her bedroom window looking in. Now, she was clothed and all. It was bedtime, and she was getting ready for sleep. But apparently, he was just flying out there watching in the window. And I had a conversation with him, and I want to believe him when he tells me he's younger than he looks. Something to do about being in Aarakocra and not spending much time out around other folk. But this young Betsy also claimed that he had assaulted a woman beforehand, slashed her across the face and scarred her face up. He was telling her about that at this party. So it just put me in a bit of an awkward position. I want to trust him. He's always seemed like a good fellow to me. And he's a friend of yours, and your trust goes a long way with me. You know that. I just want to get your take on it. I set him straight best I could, told him that is unacceptable behavior here, and if he did it again, he and I would have to have a different conversation, so to speak. But I wanted to keep you in the loop and see how much of that is accurate. Can I trust him?
So you gave him a warning. That's hot.
Yeah, it was not the typical warning I give. And only because I know you and wanted to get the rest of the story from you first.
Oh boy. Did he get hurt in all of this? Do you know?
He didn't report anything to me, and my nurses didn't say anything, so...
Did he lose another eye?
No. I heard about that whole new eye thing from the nurse. He showed me a little spooky there, but...
I don't remember if I don't think I was there, was I?
I don't think so.
No, you don't know
I don't
anything
know.
about the whole
What
new
do I?
line.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
okay.
You got to see it to believe it. Oh. Woo! Doggy. That thing's...
How did he get a new eye?
I didn't really want to ask. It was like this smoky eye, like little smoke pouring out of it, and some strange little circle of light spinning around right fast. And I don't know. Nurse says she'd never seen anything like that before. Yeah. He said he knew what it was all about. And again, it was just making me a little nervous. You got to be careful here. I'm not very trusting. I feel like I trust in you. I probably trust you more than I do just about anyone, except maybe my father and my sister.
That means a lot. It does.
Well, you mean a lot.
Oh. Well. So first of all, yeah, Valken is very young. He's like 2.
All right. Oh,
No, he's like 4. He's 4.
still, that's mighty young.
Yeah.
All right.
He's very, 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 very young. So it sounds like he was stalking Betsy.
Yeah.
I think he means well, but he means well. But okay, so the assault on the other woman, that was Mabry,
All right.
and she deserved it.
Oh, no fear.
I can't. I will back him up on that because the next time that Deena or I see her, she's dead.
That bad of a character, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know how to defeat her quite yet because she's the one that's really all powerful and has some really wicked magic about her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, is there anything I can do? You let me know, right?
Just keep your eye out.
Will do.
Be careful. But, I mean, you had a good talking with him. I'm sure he'll learn.
I think
And
so.
if he doesn't, just let me know and I'll talk to him.
All right.
I mean, it won't be much of a talk, but I'll see what I can do.
I can imagine. Well, that's good. I know this is a dog-eat-dog world, and that things like I have to do things like that every day. So I understand. I completely understand it. I just wanted to hear from you that it was a justified thing, and not just him having a thing against women. So.
Oh, honey, if that was the case, he would not be with us still.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that was completely warranted. So, and I think really that's what led Maverick to take his eye out. She was, yeah. So, Falcon kind of had it coming, but then we still don't know why or how she got out of Stonehearth. We're still trying to figure that out. So.
I can put some feelers out there to Stonehearth to the life. I
think Deena may have said to let her out.
Good. All right.
So.
Let's see what I can round up about that.
Cool. That'd be great.
All right. Well, I'd typically like to get back into our festivities. Still just feel a little off about that after this talk. Maybe you want to grab a bite to eat or something? And,
yes, I'm famished.
Vino. All right.
Can we bring it back in here, though?
I think that's a great idea.
Good. I don't want to be social right now. I've been with people for the past several days, and Deena's fine.
Yeah.
Deena's great. Man.
Gets tiring, don't it? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And I'll be right back then, and heads up and out of bed, puts some pants on, and he's got those thick buns, so he's just kind of like walking out of the room like show nose before he puts his stuff on. With 3 C's. Awesome. And gets some food and gets it back to the the room. All right, so let me just check a thing or two here. All right. Interesting. Time goes by. Do you all have anything you want to role play? I'm gonna get to you, Demalagus, but before like the dinner time period, aside from Demalagus and the history.
Mine would be after that.
Okay.
I think Falcon would be probably too embarrassed to actually directly ask Deena for any help in this matter.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also just really pissed off, so I kind of would like to imagine that when he has different extreme amounts of emotion, the smoke coming from his eye is a little bit more intense.
Sure, absolutely. Billows
Yeah.
up and around. Mm-hmm.
I know at some point Thaxl will want to go find Falcon, but I think she's just going to talk to Tassos for now.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
nothing.
no.
Yeah, I would wait until after dinner to talk to Demalagus about everything. Or what she's thinking of.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Tassos about what I found out from Reginald. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I need to get this. Sorry, I'm attempting to do something and it's like, I don't really want to work. All
Oh,
right.
you do you.
Thanks. All right. So I'm sorry. Actually, you're ultimately you're doing what? Checking with. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
going to be talking with Tassus about Reginald.
Oh, okay. Neat. Anything you want to role play that out, or you just sort of like, yeah, this is what I did.
Yeah, well, we can role play it out.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing yet.
All right. So you've had some food, you've had some more fun, and now the two of you are sort of in a discussion, half dressed at the table, and just he's got some maps out and he's doing some fun map stuff, and just small talk for now.
Okay. I'm going to take out the map with the X's on it
Okay.
and just kind of lay it in front of me on the table next to him.
Oh.
Like, so, found out some more stuff about these X's.
You did. All
I
right.
did. So, first of all,
Yeah.
Reginald is like super dead. It's the
Good.
best thing ever to witness.
How'd that feel? Yeah, mighty fine, huh?
It was a big weight lifted off
Good.
my chest. I mean, I kind of felt slightly bad, but not too much.
Kind of rubs the top of your back. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
that's right. Pity me. So yeah, apparently, as I'm reading my notes, he was hired by. Does he know that he was hired before I get?
I feel like yes. I think he was there when that guy said, "Well, I was hired by this firm," but he didn't have the full names.
Okay, I didn't want to repeat myself. He told me that apparently there are several other pieces that have been scattered throughout this land right here. So,
Out of fact.
yeah, he found this one, the one that I'm wearing, and there's another one here, and I'm pointing to the X's. There's another one down here, another one down here, and each one has a different effect to it, right?
Wow. All right.
And supposedly, when they all come together, something like amazing is supposed to happen.
That's so.
Yay, map. I was like, it helps. I don't know where I'm pointing.
Oh no! Yeah. I was like, let me get it open. All right. Wow. So there's 4 locations left. Actually, did you ever tell him where you came from? He's like, so this one,
No.
which one's yours? If you don't mind my asking.
Oh, I do mind. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
I'm kidding. I'll tell you.
All right.
You see up there a little bit north of Crestwood?
Yeah.
That's where they found this piece. And that's where I used to live.
Oh, really? Well, what? Did they say anything about your folks, your people up there?
He did not provide much information other than the clan was already wiped out.
Oh,
And
no.
this is the only thing that he found. So, and apparently the other clans have been wiped out as well. I did not know that.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Long time ago.
Still, I hate the thought of you losing family.
Yeah. So this whole, I'm on a mission really right now to try to find out exactly who killed them.
All right.
And I guess now who killed the rest of these clans.
Damn
I
right.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't know. I don't know. Un momento, por favor.
Sure thing. Yeah, take your time. For real, yeah.
It's like Matt's downstairs and my dog's like, but please just play with me.
Oh.
God. I'm gonna trust try anymore, so I'm sorry if she starts barking.
No, fine.
Anyways. So all I can remember is we were in charge of the elements of storms.
He grabs one of your hands and two of his.
Oh God. What is this?
All right.
What are you doing?
He's gonna propose.
Oh my God.
He's just empathizing. Like, your family's wiped out and everything, so as you tell the story, just wants to kind of hold your hand.
I'm not used to this affection. First Steed is giving me hugs, and now you're holding my hands. I don't know. So yeah, I've never really told anybody
Really?
this before, but it would mean an awful lot if I could trust somebody to help me seek out my revenge, so to speak.
You are damn straight that I will do that. And I thank you for allowing me to be one of them folks. You trust that much. That means a lot to me. I want you to know that I trust you just as much. I never thought I'd say that about anyone outside of my kin, but here you are. I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to support you in that endeavor. And I know you'll get it. You are one serious badass. And you will make this happen.
Thank you, I am.
Yes, you are. I have no doubt you will make this a reality. And I hope that I get to be there when you do. Thank you.
Please, that'd be great.
He goes in and give you a kissy. And you can feel a little bit of a wet tear from his eye kind of on your cheek.
Yeah, she's probably holding one back. She didn't give out too much because she's still like, yeah, I trust you. I don't know if I'm there yet, but obviously you're really there yet. So
Nice.
in time.
Neat. All right. Whew. All right. What time are we at? Okay, good. Oh, exciting. Usually, at the time I'm like, what time is it? It's like 30 minutes after we were supposed to finish. So that's good. I'm so sorry.
Whoopsie. No.
All right. So you get to have your evening now, Demalagus. As you do research on demonic changes and such. What was your roll again? Was it above 20?
No.
Okay.
It was like
It's
a
like a 13 or
13,
15.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there really isn't too much. I mean, a lot of what you're finding is just about tieflings and how they have some demonic ancestor, but nothing about shifts once they're born in appearance or anything like that. It's outside the norm. I'm going to imagine that unless anyone has anything else they want to do beforehand, or if they feel differently, otherwise I would picture everyone coming together at dinner time. At one point. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go find Valken if he's there.
Yeah. Before dinner, after dinner,
Well,
at
I mean,
dinner.
well, yeah, we're like walking into the dining hall for dinner.
Yeah.
She's gonna be looking for you.
Okay. I'll be just walking in.
Hey, Valken.
Hi.
So I've heard you've had a very interesting night last
Oh.
night.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Not really.
Is your eye patch still on? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on,
It
but
is.
you can see kind of like the black smoke pouring from it.
So how's your eye doing?
It's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And she's gonna like slowly take her hand and reach out to try to lift up the eye patch because
I'll let her.
she wants this. Oh, cool. Hey, thanks.
You see this ethereally, like, smoky black eye, a little smoke pouring out, and this whirring, almost like the ring around a black hole there, this light, ring of light, with one little point bead that's going around in this, maintaining a perfect circle of light.
How?
I had a little bit of an encounter with Shar.
Okay. And she gave you an eye? Like a new eye?
She also told me that, I'm trying to remember what the exact wording that Dan used, that it was when I was born I was really broken, or was that just when I was really young or something?
Yeah, when you were really super young, like baby.
Yeah,
Baby
when I was a baby, I was extremely broken, and my mother was a worshiper of Shar, and Shar healed me. Which is kind of why I'm partially undead, because I probably was dead.
Okay. And she's
Great
just
dinner
gonna,
time talk.
She's just gonna, like put the eye patch back over the eye, and then. What's she gonna do? So have you heard from Betsy?
No.
Okay, you're not going back over there, are you?
No, that'd be a very bad idea.
Yeah. Just in the future, don't do that again. Girls don't really like it when you do that. But I did stick up for you, so you owe me.
Will do.
Just saying.
Tassos wasn't really willing to. I'm not sure if what you said to him will actually put him on good enough terms with me to give me the information about Mavery and Hig from the party.
Well,
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do some investigating on my own.
oh boy, let me worry about that. I would just avoid Betsy for a little bit. I think there's been a big misunderstanding as far as bringing Mavery into this, and you saying that you assaulted somebody, which, if you weren't there, you won't understand. Like, she deserved it. I get that. I'll figure it out. I'll get that info for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm famished. Oh.
And then I give her a little bit of a hug.
What is happening?
Aww. Nice.
Every time someone hugs her, she's still like, what the hell? Except for Deena, she's like, it's like becoming a little more natural, like she's gonna give in to that hug because she's like, this feels safe. But everyone knew, she's like, what's happening?
And then I steal her coin pouch. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Awesome.
I do have an advantage on that, though.
Ooh. All right. Yeah,
You could lose a hand.
Yeah. I'm not going to actually. I'm not stupid. Well, I am stupid. Not in that sense.
Awesome. All right. So y'all sit down for dinner, and it's nice. Think Thanksgiving. This particular meal is very Thanksgiving-y, in that it has a couple of big birds cooked, lots of your 5-bean, 7-bean casseroles, your twice baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, cranberries. It's a big spread of goodies, different spreads and cheeses and wine and dips and all that other good stuff. I just need to do a roll to see. Give me my die. Okay. Tasso sits down as well. Magdalena joins you. So they're the only heads that are there currently. The father and the other two are out. And they sit down and start enjoying dinner with y'all. Tassos at the head of the table is like, well, I do enjoy your company, and of course you're always welcome here anytime. I have to go get some more provisions for the next month, and just want to know if y'all are planning on being here for a bit. Should I get some extra? Want to take care of you folks?
Well, I know I have business down south.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. I was like, is code?
I say south. Sorry, that took me way too long.
I actually said that in character.
Nice.
Probably not as obnoxiously, but yes.
He's just
I'm
having
so
some fun.
disappointed with myself.
No, you're fine.
Like, oh my god. It's down southeast.
Nice.
Oh, southeast.
But I have business elsewhere.
Oh,
Perfect.
Done.
All right, and I don't suppose any of you have heard any word on Rhea and her return. I know y'all said she'd catch up at some point or another, but been a while.
Oh, actually, I do have news.
You do? All right.
Yes, I probably should have come to you straight away, but it's not very specific.
All right.
However, I did meet with an agent of Akari recently here.
And?
Keeya'Nava,
Yeah.
if you'll remember, Thaxl. And she said that both apparently Ari and Rhea are expected back soon.
So they're all right.
As far as I mentioned, I asked and she said yes.
All right. Good. Well, that's a relief to hear. Thank you kindly, Demalagus. Still, I feel like when he first met you, he was a little reserved, but still respectful. But you can see he's grown, familiar with you. And moderately fond, sort of everyone that's friends with Thaxl. All right, well, let's, what do y'all say we break out the good stuff then? Do a little celebrating. To friends, to victories, yeah? How about y'all? It kind of looks at Zel'Kaari first.
Me?
She'll take a glass as well.
All right. Yeah.
Don't worry, darling. I got you.
She'll graciously take it, but she'll when everyone takes a drink, she'll kind of like mock drink.
Perfect.
Thaxl's eyeing you because the plan is if you don't drink it, she's going to.
She will gladly slide it to you, like under the. She'll like very. How do I put it? Like she'll not obviously slide it.
Incognito.
She'll just, like,
You see Thaxl looking
Sleight
like...
of hand.
Nice. All right. Everyone at the table, please make a perception check.
I hate perception checks.
Oh, poor
Roll,
Tassos.
roll.
Tassos is completely captivated
20.
by Thaxl. Nice.
Ooh, I got a 19.
So that's a 28.
Oh, jeez.
It's 3. Okay, 19 plus 8, yeah.
Okay.
11,
So I got a 22.
something like that.
22.
Yeah,
Bad.
13.
All right, 11, 13, 22, and 28. And, geez, a 9 for Tassos.
That's really
It's
a nat
just
20.
like, nice. Perfect. All right, so you hear first, Thaxl, the glass in the windows rattles. Then Zel'Kaari, you notice it, followed by the other two in order. As it's no longer the glass rattling, it's some of the floorboards. And you hear outside before a large wooden structure out in the compound has crashed and broken. Tassos, at that, hears it.
Does this sound familiar to me?
It sounds a little bit familiar to you, yeah. What in the hell is that? Everyone! And he starts calling, shouting orders to people and stuff, and clears out to the front portion of the compound. And cowering in the corner is a young black dragon. So, probably about 18 feet from probably an 18-foot wingspan, a little bit longer snout to tail end. And it's landed on one of the sheds in this back corner here, and broken part of the wall, as well as the shed that it was perched upon. And it kind of moves its feet around, and lets out this bellowing dragon call. And you can see it sort of sniffing. And are you all headed outside too, or what do you all want to do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
went
like-
like, oh shit, and I start heading, to the front.
Okay.
We cast mage armor on the way.
Nice. Boom. Demal gets you instantly on the way. You cast in it, and it's like you walk through this wall of translucent magic, and wraps around you as this mage shield. You all get outside, and you see this crazy young black dragon there, and it does have like this murderous look in its eyes, and it smells. And as you all walk out, it kind of locks eye, sticks its tongue out like a snake almost, and locks eyes almost with Deena. She, says, hold there, dragon. I am Deena, daughter of Piram, and champion of Commander. Do you seek an audience? These are my friends. I don't wish you to hurt any. And part of that sentence, it just starts stampeding over toward the group. All right, so if I can get this thing to properly work here.
So many pictures.
Alright, and you're welcome to move yourselves around. I'm going to share this out. This one's already been shared out. The very tippity-toppity left. That's where y'all are.
Where's Dargon?
Oh, just you wait.
That's a blue dragon.
Yeah,
He's
I didn't
so pretty.
starts racing over your actually this is a building you came out of back here, so whichever order you think you would have run out in, you can adjust yourselves here. I feel like Deena would have stepped forward a little bit to be like, yo dragon. However, you do have a little bit, I'll say you can each have like 15 feet of movement as this thing's moving, so that if you don't all want to be grouped up, you don't have to all be grouped up.
Zel'Kaari is, oh gosh, she is going to be within arm's length of Demalagus, but definitely putting her body in front of his.
Oh,
Not
okay.
to block his view, but definitely as more of a protective stand.
That's
Aw.
so fucking sweet.
He literally goes down too easy.
Ah! Is that code?
Which you can take it any way you want, but seriously.
High five for Demalagus. All right.
No way.
Good man. Yeah.
I mean,
That's the way to do
I'm
it.
sure Zell appreciates that so much.
Excellent.
I don't want our goddamn.
He did Malagus. Boop. Yeah. That's too easy. Too easy. Let's roll initiative. Mm-mm. All right. Thaxl.
24?
Woo, nice. Okay. Demalagus.
Sorry, hang on. Oh God. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I rolled a whole 3, so I got a 5.
Okay, we'll take it, right?
And I
Valken?
would have probably flown like 15 feet up in the air to get
Okay.
away.
All right.
And that would be a 18.
Nice. And Zel'Kaari.
If I rolled a 5, where's my plus?
It's
what is
Dex.
it
It'd be
again?
whatever your
Initiative.
Dex.
So
Yeah.
6.
Okay. All right. Wow, Thaxl, that puts you ahead of the dragon. Rolled a
Oh.
22. So kudos to
Fuck.
you.
Fuck. So, question real quick. Because I had cast a spell that passed without a trace, would he have taken a rest before we got
Yes.
back? Or?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, I'll take that off.
Let me give you a full rest right now, just in case you don't have that. Go. Of course, it wiped everyone's things. Dan, you doofus. All right, Thaxl was a 24. Demalagus was a 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Falcon was a
18.
18. Deena was, oh crap, I think she was a 14. Right? I'll just roll hers again. Zel'Kaari, you were
6.
6. Okay. Just roll hers again to keep it. Oh wait, it'll tell me right here. All right, she was initiative. She was a 17, not a 14. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. We start with Thaxl. Plus, if you're gonna move your token 15 feet, go ahead and do it now.
I don't really know how I can mark 15 feet up in the air.
Oh, I'll just make a mental note of that one. That's fine. Okay.
I'm thinking.
No problem. It's a bit of a surprise. So.
How's the weather?
Well, the weather today is pretty... actually, you know what? I have a roll for this. Let me go back to my notes here. I'm pretty sure this means it's a thunderstorm. It's either the worst or the best.
The worse, the better.
Nice. Let's see. All right. I put that right. Oh, there it is. Travel. All right. Yes. 5 or less is a thunderstorm, and it's a 2. So it is a terribly bad thunderstorm that's rolled in today, which is part of the reason no one heard this thing coming sooner. The booms of thunder and such. So as you all run out, rain's pouring down in your face, heavy rain. This thing sloshing through some of the mud as it charges all of you.
It's my kind of weather. I'm very excited right now. Pumped. I'm going to cast Call Lightning. And actually I'm gonna back up just a little over here.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a cylinder, 60-foot radius. Oh, it's centered on a point. Okay.
Okay.
I'm centering it on Dragon Dude.
Okay. Let's get it in the squares there.
There we go. Okay. That's what I'll do. So there's the point. Bolt of lightning flashes, and he needs to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay. Dex saving throw. No, 11.
Nope, he fails. Okay. That's 3d10 plus. Wait.
Is that with the extra D10 you get for doing it in a storm?
That's okay. Yeah, that's 4d10.
Nice.
And because my ring has like stuff in it, like lightning in it.
That's right, it does.
It does.
You get to roll an additional. Let's see, you charged it, and you're casting a 1d10. I'm trying to think if we're at level 7, right? So an additional 2d10 you're going to add to that from the power of your ring.
I have not gotten. Oh, hold on.
Oh, hold on a second too. Hold the phone because you've got your thing and you don't know all the things it does yet. Give me a super quick
have
sec.
things.
Yes.
I have things.
Is this it here? No. Maybe this one. Maybe here. All right. Well, whatever. I'll find it in a second, I guess. Oh, all right. It was under Reginald. That's fine. Oh, okay. Can't do that yet. All right. Sorry. So carry on. Go ahead and do your Uber roll from your ring.
Okay, so hold on. 3 plus the 1 was 4, and you said an extra 2d10.
2d10. Yep.
I can't math. Okay, that's 10 plus 18 is 28, 29, 34 points of lightning damage.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
And, well, hold on a second. Okay, that was at a level 3. So my next question, if I bonus action into a creature, since I've already cast the spell, it can still do lightning damage in my beast form, or no?
Once you shift to the beast form, you drop the magic of
the concentration. Okay, okay. And then I believe that's all I can do right now. So that's my turn.
Okay. This bolt of lightning cracks, and it's a good several blocks over where it's about to strike, and you begin this. You barely even have to utter the spell because it's nature magic, and you, with force of mind, pull this lightning bolt off. Of course, gonna arc straight over and then down, striking this dragon. Electricity crackling through its body and down its legs and out and across the water and the mud. And it violently shakes under the damage of this. The lightning spinning around your ring comes to a dull, dissipates, expended in this spell. That was quite a bit of damage. That's a black dragon reels back for a good minute from that. Anything else for Thaxl? Any further movement or anything?
No. Sorry, no. I'll do that.
No problem. All right. Young black dragon's turn.
Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me.
It reels its head back and begins yelling. This terrible yell with spittle flying out of its mouth that quickly, as it raises its tongue, jets of acid fly out in a conical fashion in front of it. So if I could have, everyone roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Wait, how big is the cone?
I mean, it gets everybody.
Okay.
What did you say?
Because I'm 15
Dex?
feet
A
up.
dexterity saving throw.
I got a 9.
Oh, you know what? It actually doesn't get this. Thank you, Falcon. I thought it was the entire conical one. This one shoots it in a line.
And then I rolled it at 20.
Oh, so it shoots it in a line?
Yeah, so 30-foot line is 5 feet wide. So it does not get Valken and does not get Thaxl. So just Deena, Demalagus, and Zel'Kaari.
15.
Okay,
21.
nice. What was it again? Dex, right? Okay, let's do hers. She got a 14. Okay, well, everyone's saved. But of course, there's still damage. All right, let's see. So half of that, 27 points of damage. As this acid rains down and you feel it burning away some of your hair, some of your arms. Yeah, Demalagus.
Yep, all the acid goes all over the place and all over me, and it completely doesn't hurt me at all. Washes right off of me.
Because of your
Alright.
mage armor?
Nope. Because I'm immune to acid damage.
Nice. Awesome. Was that just with the weapon, or is that all the time? I forget now.
Because I
Must
have
be all the
the
time.
boon of corrosion to my
Yes.
friend Rothakir.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So, but for you, it just washes away like rainwater.
Okay, so who all took damage again? Just Sal and Deena?
Deena, yep, took the 27, and Zel'Kaari took the 27. Oops. Well, hold on, Dan. Not 272 for Deena. Put the 2 for...
You'd be dead.
Yeah.
You'd be unsavable dead.
Instead.
Dead.
Alright, who else have we got here? How Demalagus at the bottom. Okay, so that's all it does on its turn. Next up, Valken. The head of this is, he's pulled back up and he's about level with you. Is that? Roaring at you.
So many freaking skills now. I just wanted to check the range of this. Okay, so 60 feet. I'm gonna pick up some debris. And at level 4, cast catapult and basically a sharp wooden board or something, and catapult it right at the dragon. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving.
Okay, Dex saving throw. Let's see. Dex 11.
Okay. So that would be, I guess, a failure because.
Whatever your spell save DC is. So yep.
Yeah.
So the sharp board races up and let's see, smashes along the side of the scale, scraping some up, but go ahead and roll 3d8.
3d8 bludgeoning damage plus since I'm doing it at level 4.
Okay.
Second level or higher, the maximum weight of the object then can target it increased by 5 pounds.
Okay, so 5d8.
Damage increases by 1d8 for each slot above the first, so that'd be
5d8.
Well, it's at level 4 though.
Oh, and his ability is also second or higher. Okay, gotcha.
So 3.
68. Second, third, and fourth. You get 3 more.
I need to roll these. That's the wrong die. That one. Okay, that's 4, 8, and 3. And 5, 3, and 8. That'd
31?
be 31 points of
Oof.
bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Okay. So as that board crashes off its side, and kind of, eyeballs Deena once again, just glancing at you, Falcon. Anything else?
And I'll fly another 15 feet into the air, so I'm 30 feet away
Okay.
in the air.
All right. You take up against the beating rain on your back and the hefty winds. You fly up directly up another 15 feet.
That's it.
Anything else? Okay.
Wait, and give an inspiration die to Keeya'Nava. Dang. Come on, he's just a baby. Take him down.
She gives you sort of like a wink and then looks back at the dragon. All right. Okay. Oh no, I don't think she did that. All right. It's rainy, but I feel like oh wait a second, she did this the other day, I think. She looks over at Thaxl. Great minds think alike, dear. And casts a spell, and ahead of her, like Kamehameha, casts this huge lightning bolt. The arcs blast straight through this dragon. Alright, I can just do the save this way.
That's my girl.
Oh, dragon rolled a 1 on the save. Sorry, Draggy. You attacked the wrong party. 20 points of damage, lightning, as it courses through. You can see it dancing in between the plates of armor, the scales on this dragon's body, and dancing along the water in the mud beneath it. It's pretty upset. Okay, Zel'Kaari, you're up.
Oh god, okay. Man. Hold on, I'm checking one last thing. No. Alright, I'm gonna... It's like I'm debating if I want to heal myself, or...
Check the chat.
Yeah. I also have something really risky I could do.
It's a dragon.
No, it is. I know it is. That's why it's risky.
Then don't do it.
Go for it! You do whatever you'd like. I'll support either.
Don't listen to him.
Like, it's risky and it would help, but I don't... Man.
It's your first time in quite a while in like a serious battle where you're like fearing for your life. So a bunch of things running through your mind.
Yeah, you know what? That actually, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and polymorph with a level 4 spell.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna try it. All right. So what is it? It's like concentration up to 1 hour. What do I gotta roll?
I don't think you have to
make
roll any.
No, they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you're polymorphing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Change it.
Okay. I see what you're doing now.
Yeah, I want to change it so it's not a dragon.
To a chicken.
So it has yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, like a bird. Like a bird that we can easily catch. Yeah, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't technically say that they're let me check something super, super fast.
I like your gumption.
That's an awesome go-to. Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right, good. Good for party. Good for good for Zel'Kaari. All right. So in that case, I'm sorry. You said it was a wisdom.
Yeah. A willing creature must make a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect.
Ooh, 19.
I'm assuming that's.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Remember how I never used my my inspiration die for February?
Yes.
Can I use it to give a minus to his
Absolutely.
save?
Yep. Absolutely.
So what do I get to roll?
Oh gosh, the subscriber one is a D12 now.
Oh, glad I saved it up. Last night I could use it too.
Yeah.
8.
Nice. So that down to an 8 then. And what form are you shifting the dragon to?
Shouldn't you change it into something that we can talk to?
Does it work like that?
Just
I don't know.
do whatever you want.
I can still speak to. Well, I don't have it prepared. Never mind.
You're just in this moment, like casting the spell.
I would 100% because I feel like a chicken. I really would be like black chicken. Like,
Okay. I want to make a joke.
Chickens that are all completely black.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Zip. I won't make a joke. Okay. So down into a black chicken.
I know where you're going with this.
Sort of pecking at the ground, but it's racing towards Zel'Kaari.
That's probably my turn, I would assume.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to like pick it up. I would just kind of just be standing there.
Okay. Demalagus, you're up. This chicken is charging Zel'Kaari.
Coming right for us. Well, I mean,
Well done.
I've always enjoyed fried chicken. So I'm gonna hit it with a lightning bolt. So have fun saving, Chicky.
Wait, but that'll
No metagaming. Lightning bolt. Blast it. So it has to do a dex save?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, it rolled a 20 plus 5. It got 25.
Oh Jesus.
But doesn't it
course you
still
did,
take
Dan.
half damage?
Yep.
Jeez.
that is one dexterous chicken.
For real.
Yeah, really.
Seriously, what the hell?
It's
Kung Pao chicken.
You made it more powerful. How's that?
it does like a front flip.
Oh, that dragon's gonna be in my face. Oh.
Burn it, Demalagus. Burn it.
Okay. Sorry, some of these dice are kind of hard to read. Let's see. So that's 26 altogether. So 13 points. That's something.
Yeah, 13 points is good. All right. Let's see. So, actually, I guess it'd be unless a chicken has one. It's flipping and it does this like as high as it can leap. It's only like 4 feet. And this lightning. Are you doing the lightning bolt like straight out from your person, or is it claw lightning?
No, it's lightning bolt.
Oh,
so.
nice. This giant 5-foot thick bolt of lightning completely encompasses this chicken. And then you smell a quick singe of chicken meat before it turns back into the dragon yelling, spitting now. I mean, it's not actually moving technically yet until its turn, but it's charging Zel'Kaari. Anything else for Demalagus this turn?
No, I think that'll probably do it. Let me end my turn here.
Okay.
I can remember. There we go.
As this thing is charging, you hear a slight, light flap of wings. And, where is it here?
Oh,
All right, what does it have to do? Oh. Nice. Bam. You see a small, little teenage girl with dark black hair flowing behind her in the rain as she's coming down. This cape that's out like two big wings with like a 12-foot wingspan casts this bolt of something, this dark necrotic type energy, and strike the dragon. And she just which hits the dragon. And you see the dragon sort of, his arms crimp up a little bit, and it's struggling, moving smoothly as it did before. And just after that, from almost a darkness behind this creature, you see this, you hear someone walking in the puddles, this slow pace on the other side of the dragon. Sploosh, splash, sploosh. And all you see behind this dragon is this huge golden light up. And these two big angelic wings come out. And you hear, shoo, shoo, and you see these three like Wolverine slash marks through the sky that attack the dragon. And oh, jeez. The first one's a critical hit. Let's see what the second one is. The second one's a miss, but the first one's that. And it's actually... okay, not bad. And you see this person hop up in the back of the dragon and run along its back and land next to the younger girl that's just landed in between you and the dragon. And you see before you, with their backs turned to you, Ari and Rhea. And they both kind of look at one another and then back at all of you like, we just can't leave you alone, can we? And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Wee, dog.
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wee.
The dragon's gonna kill me.
It's a good thing you're a cleric.
I
And
thought,
you
hey,
will
if this works, it'd be awesome. And it did, and then it didn't.
Still, it's like a free, whatever that was, right? Points of damage, essentially. So that's a score. That was
Sorry,
fun.
I unpolymorphed the dragon by blasting its chicken form, but
You still did free damage. That's good.
I got damage.
Yeah. It's looking hurt. You guys have been really doing that. Oh, right. I almost forgot. That's not where we end. What a fool I am.
what?
It isn't where we end because Demalagus, you hear in your head. What? Oh, two things, actually. Wow, I really just blanked on this. This is weak prey. Let me share a secret about black dragons. Something you can use, my good man. And you are given insight into this particular type of creature. So your next hit, after that last blast, you hear this, is going to be an automatic critical.
Nice.
Your next damage spell. You know what? The other thing won't happen because you were an attack Thaxl, so... Yet. Sorry. And that's where we're at.
Not that I want to be attacked, but now I'm intrigued.
I'll give that little seed of information. Okay. Neat. All right. Thank you all for coming for the bonus session, and thank you for proposing that, Ms. That was great. This is super fun.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for letting us.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Really.
And happy birthday again, even though it's, a day after now, but hooray, we can celebrate.
It's okay. It's not my birthday until I fall asleep.
And kudos to everyone in the role-playing Valken. I love how you play Valken's, naivete, and learning about the world. I think that's just spot on. Amazing job. I really hope to see more of his cackling madness. I thought that blew me away on Tuesday. That was fantastic as well. And of course Thaxl, with your revealing more backstory and pursuing all that. I think that was great. Zel'Kaari, the way you dealt with your sister's ghost was fantastic, I think.
Breaks her out.
Yeah, for sure. That's so great. And Demalagus just, through and through, finding a way to broach that with Zel'Kaari and deal with all the Falcon stuff and and all the research to support. Oh, I love it. So thank you all so much. Yeah. Tomorrow night, hey, we've got our Stormfall programming tomorrow night. Our Stormfall campaign. And typically, for anyone that's watching that doesn't know, we do this on Tuesday nights, typically 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Stormfall, same, except for on Friday night into Saturday morning. Lots of fun. I can't wait until we get to revisit this next week with both Victoria and Anna. I heard back from her just today. So, whoa. Yes, now I can't confirm for sure that this Tuesday is the Tuesday that Anna will make it back. It sounded like it, but I don't have an actual confirmation. But I figured I could do something for a week or whatever until she...
You could just have her be her brooding self, as always.
Nice. Yeah, it should be. You'll maybe get to find out what's happened to them, and they can find out what's happened to all of you, all the craziness in between. But first, of course, you have this black dragon pursuing Deena for whatever reason to deal with. Yeah.
We'll finally have the full group with all members. 7 of us, Sam.
I can't wait. All right.
Damn polymorph.
You know what? That was sweet, and this young black dragon does not have the stats that I'm accustomed to with dragons because it's young. And I'm like, oh no, it's got like a +2. No, it's got like a +1.
It's a sucky dragon.
Polymorphing a dragon is not an easy feat. Yeah. Plus burning the damage in that you did thanks to that. You got a whole free round. Nice. And you've taken away a good like half its health. So it's looking pretty boring.
Nice.
Right. So
well, that's good, Sam.
Woohoo. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you, chat. Hilarious tonight and so engaging, and you're all fantastic. Thank you all kindly. Hope you all have a wonderful night and week, and we'll see you soon. Either way. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.